Good morning, everybody. Today I want to talk about something that I learned over a period of time, and it's just a little bit of insight of permaculture. In case you haven't heard this term before, it is a term that is pretty much explaining whenever dealing with a garden or dealing with animals, help nature help itself. I'm just making it simple like that. You can grab so many different definitions online, but simply work with nature and you're going to get amazing results. And it's another way of doing organic gardening, and you're going to enjoy and see the labor. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a couple things in my garden where I am using permaculture. This is, by the way, my garden that currently working on. I just put it in this year, so there's a lot of little details that I'm still working on, but let's get straight to the permaculture stuff. So I want you to take a look. I have radishes here, I have peas in the back, I have onions in the front. Okay, if you keep on walking this way, you see more onions surrounding my garden, and so on. I have a few other beds that are covered like that. The reason for this is because if you do your studies, onions, if you put it on the outer part of beds, it will actually keep certain bugs, certain animals that like to affect other plants, okay? So this is why I have onions in the outside of tomatoes, because they help deter certain bugs. Let's keep on walking. These plants right here, in case you don't recognize them, they're also right there, right there, right there, and right there, are marigold. If you have seen one of my previous videos, I talked about how marigold also helps deter bugs, bad bugs out of the garden. So there's another example. See, I have more marigold surrounding this bed. I still have not planted anything here, like my main crop, but alongside right here, I'm gonna plant cucumbers. That's going to be my plan in this area, and it's going to be surrounded by the marigold to help protect them. Here we go. This is what's been in the garden the longest. I have more marigold. Here are mustard greens. Here are more radishes, kale, lettuce, and in the outside, once again, I have more onions. Another idea that maybe isn't so much permaculture. I guess you could call it permaculture design, but this area right here, I have bunching onions. This area over here, I have bulbing onions. I used lettuce to separate the line. Easy for me to tell, makes the garden look beautiful, and it's a natural, edible separation line for you to be able to distinguish two different kinds of plants. The next part of permacultural design that I have in my garden, and I just want to explain real quick that this can be a very controversial topic, but I've decided to go this way. I have a small hole in my garden. You see what I did here? The netting is right here. There's a small hole, okay? All right, guys, I had to edit this video because I decided to do a separate permaculture video, and it was my previous video before this one. But to finish off this video, I made that small hole so cats could come into my garden. Cats help deter certain animals. Whenever a predator walks around areas, they leave a scent. A cat being a predator, they are going to keep away things like rabbits, chipmunks, prairie dogs, moles, voles, all these kind of animals that like to go in and mow down on your garden. So keep that in mind when you have your garden, on possibly letting your cats roam your garden. There are going to be some downfalls. They do sometimes like to run in there, but on the long run, for me personally, I'd rather have a handful of plants destroyed than to go and have all my crop completely gone like I did once in the past by just one night, and I ended up resolving my issue with cats. So think about this when you have a garden. Anyways, go grow a garden, go outside, go do something for yourself, go and become more self-sufficient. Have a good one.